Oh snap. Let's see if we can carefully empty this in here. That's not really possible though. Oh boy. I welcome you. I hope you're doing fine. I'm doing fine, and for today we are going to take a look at Hydroneer. Of course, I will edit a lot of this grinding out of it so it won't be repetitive and boring. And I think this is going to be a lot of fun. We're going to mine stuff, we're going to smith stuff, we're going to build stuff, we're going to do a little bit of exploring. And the first thing that I saw, which I think is funny, besides just normal English, you got pirate language, and I would like to click on here and then start with a clean slate. Let's just do that. So here is our starting little site. Of course, we can also buy different grounds. Just going to show you around quick for a bit. And this is our vehicle down here. Now, of course, this distance between the vehicle and that site here is very short. But like I said, you can also explore, and there are other places where you can actually buy and sell stuff. And which I mean, this down here is a basic shop. Here you find very small tools and very small building supplies. And in order to, start buying some stuff, we actually first going to need to, make some money. And the way we make money in this game is by digging gold, emeralds, rubies, and that kind of stuff. Over there we got two kind of buckets, even though one of them is called a pan. For me, a pan looks very different, but that is what English is. So we have a shovel here. And then we can just drop the shovel, I believe, by pressing E. I have not played this game just yet, so this is very much the first touch. I have been seeing a few several videos of different YouTubers, just the beginning to, get a little bit known with this, get a little bit cringy on a good way, as in, let's see if I can do this better. So here we have a little map. Can we go prone? If we hold the button, you can. Yeah, so here's a little map. Let me just grab it, maybe that will do better. Press E. The little blue dot in the left top corner is where we are at. At our left side there is like a castle which is up there. At the castle itself you can sell jewels and weapons and, probably some gold bars and stuff and iron bars. But you also got like a simple small shop there. Now there's also a stock market, which you can see on the icon at the left of us, where it's like a little red gobbledygook stripe. The gear wheel is the shop over there, which is just kind of below us. And then there looks like there's a cave close by. There is some more shops. There are more digging site areas all the way to the right side. And yeah, that's gonna be that. So the way how this game is working, and the first what I would like to do is put this offside. Maybe logic. So this is our pan, and this pan needs water, right? Water here. Things will get more easier, of course, the further you progress. There are two ways to get, stuff done, or we can either just take this shovel down here. And the digging site is pretty easy to know. You can kind of see the difference between these two textures. It is like a very big mud sandbox, as I would like to call it. And so here we can dig with mouse button. And you can also drop it down. And I believe the green little circle below is when you drop stuff off. It will just fall down there. And this other dot is where you place something. So yeah, as you can see, you can dig and drop, dig and drop. Now we have a little bit mud onto our shovel. You can place one mud in here. That is, I believe, all. Let's just grab some of this and test it. Yeah, I cannot drop anything in here. But in this little bucket, we can do at least 2 or maybe even more shovels with dirt, right? Now, I would like to dig a nice little hole there. Have to be careful though, even though if you fall into the hole, there are very easy much reset buttons for this. So our bucket is full. Now the point is though, can I drop this guy? Yes. The point is though, you can only put one in here, multiply in there. So you just need to figure out, do you want to fill the bucket first, then empty it in here, or do you want to just put one shovel of mud in there and go like that. So I believe we need to brush this like that, and then you have a chance of finding something. Now sometimes you get nothing, as you see, and also the deeper you dig, the bigger the nuggets and iron and stuff will be. So in this case, we're gonna pick up the bucket, and like I said, there's a lot of grinding to do, but I would just want to show you the beginning of this. And now we can just pick up this bucket and then press mouse button, I believe, to empty it. Yeah, you need to use the green laser sight. And now there is a lot more dirt in there. And then if we brush it, now we get a few bits of gold in here. Now in this, oh boy, at the left bottom side you can just read a nugget. Oh, gold can be melted in a crucible into a bar or sold to the jeweler. Okay, but to get you know, gold into a bar, yes, okay, you need to buy some tools for that. So we need a you know, a melting pot, we need to have a furnace, and you know, that kind of stuff, a anvil, a hammer. That is the stuff that you need to buy. Now as you see, I just dropped this stuff in here, but I'm just gonna quick walk up there and see what we can get. I really love the graphics in this game, by the way. So I was actually mistaken, this is called the jeweler, and you need to drop this stuff on here. I think it's funny how it already calculates. So we can get 60 bucks from this. You press this button, grab this, you can put this coin into the bucket. There we go, and you can just pick up the bucket. Now of course I want to buy a bigger bucket, because if you get a little bit more than 100 cash, the cash will be like multiplied coins and it doesn't fit in this bucket anymore. Over here, as you can see, you can sell different kind of weapons which you can smith, or rings or necklace. And this is a stock market, so this will, you know, do his stuff to grow better or worse. And you can also gain money from that. So here we be. And if you have, by the way, multiplied coins, you need to drop one coin there. You pick up another coin and try to aim it out with the green laser sight. And if it falls onto each other, it will merge together. In this case, I'm just gonna drop this in here. And like I said, I would like to have a bigger bucket already. This costs 12 bucks, I believe. You can pay this. It was 16 bucks that I had. And I think there is another funny thing. When you have a coin which is 0, I don't know if it still counts. If you put the 0 coin, let me just say we have a coin of 4 and a coin of 0. If you put the 0 coin onto the coin of 4, it will actually be changed to 5. So a 0 coin is worth 1. I think it's funny. I don't know if it's still like that. So now we have a bigger bucket, and over time I want to buy multiply buckets for multiply resource, because there is oh, you cannot do that. It's okay. It's a small walk. Because you can get like I said, rubies, I believe emeralds, gold is there. You get iron. There's all kinds of different stuff, and I'm just gonna set up a few buckets right down here. I like to have a little bit of light, and at some point I really would like to buy a bed so we can skip the nights. And also another handy thing actually is, you know, just leave your money in here. Would be silly to just keep carrying it around, and if you need to buy stuff, it needs to be in there anyways. Okay, let's see how much we can get from this one. Ooh, that's very nice, big nugget. And over here we got something new. This is a Uncut Ruby. So you also have like a stone wheel where you can sharpen out this ruby, and then it will be more worth than just like raw. And of course, if you make a ring or necklace, it will be even more worth. In this case, I would like to save this guy up. I'm just going to drop this one for now in here. This will be the ruby bucket. So now I got another coin of 19 bucks. I just want to show you when you pick this up. You just drop it like so, it will merge together. I think it's a very funny system. And I can just buy another bucket. And if you take a bucket and you want to leave without payments, it will just disappear. Very good. So it is kind of dark, and in order to put your lantern on, you just grab it, you press your left mouse button, and there we go. We got some nice light going on. I can just start digging out a lot of coins, or better to say resources, so I can get more coins, and then I'll just buy all the buckets I'm going to need. Ooh, 2 nuggets in 1. That is a good catch there. So I want to sell this stuff when it becomes a very clear morning. It's almost about to be time. And then let's see how much we can get from this. Ooh, that's a big guy again. So I think this will be enough now. And I would like to see how much money I just got overnight. And this is, by the way, my hole that I've been digging out. I want to have a few more lamps because at night, you know, it's very difficult to see something. I really hope that I got enough money for a bed, a few extra pans, and some lights. 260 bucks. There we go. And now as you can see, because I got more than 100, it starts to be like a pile of cash. And yeah, as you can see, this will fit in perfectly into this, what they call a pan. And if you have like a bucket, it won't fit on the top and it will just fall off. Something that I have learned from other people's videos. I'm just gonna drop this down, stack this 11 buck, ooh, bit of lag, right in the top of this. And then we got 272 bucks. Now, of course, at some point we can get pipes, we can get certain machines, so we only have to shovel some stuff into the machine, and will make things a little more easier. Now let's take a little look at the shop. Now there are different kinds of shovels. We have this shovel, which is I have two, the basic shovel, dig dirt into the bucket and pour it into the pan. The deeper the dig, the better the resources. Dig the dirt into a bucket and pour into the pan. I'll guess you can have more onto your thingy. I'm not quite sure. Let me just take one of these. I didn't meant to turn it on, but you know, there we go. Well, you know what? How about another one? I am rich. When you're rich, you need to spend the money. Okay, so I would like to have one pan for gold, one pan for the iron ore, one pan for who knows what, and one pan for, it could be possible, for something else. Okay, then we have, I love this system. Let me just see, these are nice too. But we also have these floor pieces, wooden foundation, which will come handy in at some point. Like I'm digging out a hole and I'm want to just dig it a little deeper so I can just place this foundation, and then it would be easy to actually dig out the surrounding area. And you need to do piece by piece. There is also a hammer, I believe, which is called the construction hammer. Just with an anvil to create weapon dual if anvil required. There's supposed to be another hammer somewhere. Let me just, yeah, this one. Construction hammer. It places down items to lock them down. No more picking. So what will happen if you lose like a golden nugget and you want to pick it up? You have a chance to pick up the foundation. And in order to just lock the foundation, you use the hammer to just smash on it once. It will be locked, so you cannot pick it up. And I believe if you smash again on it, then it will unlock it, so in case you need to move it up. We also got some mining helmets. And yeah, I'm going to need to have a bed because I would like to skip the night. And yeah, we have some bucks left, so who knows what else I'm going to buy. I'm going to need to find a nice place to just stall this bed down. Now what I want to do for now is just kind of stairways is dig that way. And at some point we can also use pipes, and I want to install these pipes from here to kinda is here. And then, you know, we have a bit of a depth. Then it would be easier to say, okay, I'm gonna dig around all the stuff around it. Or else, if you install the pipes, for example, right down here at the end of the stairways, you have to go down, have to go up, have to go down. That's why I first would like to dig a nice place underneath the ground. This bed though, can I... so you click once, and then I believe with R, you can rotate if need. And then let's just simply click once, I pressed E, so that's why I dropped it again. So now we just can sleep, and I'm just gonna pick up all the other stuff. Let's just take a look over here, because if I'm not wrong, the cave should be here. So this down here, this cave has a few of these things. Now the reason why these are here, I believe, I'm not quite sure this yet. You can also find certain items underneath the ground, and then you need to bring them down here, and then maybe something magical will happen. I also see something here that looks, you know, a little bit odd. Just seeing that right now. I don't know anything about it. Maybe we'll open like another dig site, which is, you know, has some more precious stuff, or we're gonna find out. Just gonna place this right on this top, so I got some nice light around here. Can I? Nope, of course not. Alrighty then, I've been busy for quite a while, and it starts to get to be a nice day, and I found a few extra things. You can see something glowing down there, and this thing down here is actually a shard. Mysterious crystal shard used to power pressure tanks. So I have to see how and why this is exactly being used. Of course, pressure tanks. And I found this guy down here, which is a Uncut Sapphire. I got now 2 rubies. I got a whole bucket with gold, and of course I've got some iron. Now this will be actually the last time, I'll guess, that I'm going to just sell the gold like this. And the whole is, you know, coming as it is going. And at some point, I would like to check out if we can buy some stash somewhere to get easily up and down into the hole. But of course, how much we're going to get? Ooh, 427 bucks. I'll take that, thank you. Look at that. And I believe I got 127 bucks left. You know, now I can just buy some tools which we can melt some stuff. There'll be the anvil, a forge bucket if you would, and a hammer. Now let's just check this stuff out. So let us see. So here we have the small furnace. I would like to take one of these, please. And then we're going to need to have a, I would just like to call a furnace bucket to, you know, to put it in, let it melt together like so. Then we're gonna need to have an anvil, just like so. And we are going to need to have one of these. Now, the point is, even though you only have one size, you can actually have different size of nuggets. If the nugget is too small, and you can get another small nugget and just place them all together into the forge bucket to make a bigger nugget. Even though if you melt 100 nuggets together, each time the value will go up. And the nugget, of course, will have a certain size max. It will all make sense. We're gonna need to have a blacksmith hammer, and let's see if I can buy all of this. I definitely can. Oh, and do not forget, a grinding wheel would also be very handy. Let's buy this thing. We have 137 bucks left, and I'm thinking of it. At some point, I'm gonna get the water pipe. For now, I just you know, would like to have the bar stuff first. Now these pickaxes are a quick way of digging out a tunnel. I don't want to do that. Maybe later on at some point. I want to check out what the improved shovel can do for us. So let's just take one of these, drop it down there, and let's buy it. And we have 59 bucks left. I'm just going to haul everything over to the place. So for now, what I think will be a good idea, if I just start making out my little working area right down here, since that is the gateway, the buckets will be up there. Just can take a bucket down here. Now let's just see, for example, these rubies. Just gonna, you know, take the whole bucket, place it right down there, and just take one of these guys, and I'll guess left mouse button. There we go. And now it's fixed up into something nice. Now I have been using 2 buckets all the time, and this is, you know, why I bought multiply buckets. I'm just gonna take one of these actually and just place it down here, so I could just put these things, save them up right down in here. Just like so. One is bigger than the other. No, they're basically the same. Then I can just place this bucket back. I'm thinking of it, I'm gonna need a lot more buckets. Yes, at the beginning it's very grindy and you know, not too exciting. But you know, over time things will get better and better and more automated at some point. And I don't know, you can just put on a song or your favorite YouTuber like me, and yeah, just chill out. And what I think would also be nice is, can I a tool rack? How much money do I get? Like, I don't think. Nope. I'm going to need to have some more stuff, and then we can buy a tool rack so I could just you know, take my other shovel and put it right on there. I hope this thing, you know, instead of shoveling 4 times, this thing just will do it in 2 times. Let's just check it out. 1, 2. Yeah. Ah, that's very nice. 2 shovels and it's full. This thing, I'm going to need to have a nice ammo rack. Oh boy. Now let's place this thing, I wanted to say, right down there. It's just a little bit getting used to the mouse controls here. I believe you need to click on it, and this means 1 iron bar, 2, 3 iron bars, 1 gold bar, and 1 ruby or emerald. And this is for 2 because it's a necklace, and this is you know, stuff. We might be able to make a bar already from iron, and it's on. Very good. And of course it's going to take a little while in order to, you know, get some certain stuff molten. So in this case, let's just grab this bucket and see if we can carefully empty this in here. That's not really possible though. But yeah, at some point you're going to get like bigger nuggets and stuff, so you're not messing around with the tiny little things, and then 1 big nugget would be enough for 2. There are also, well, there is a tool which has a magnet on it, so you're not just continuously grabbing 1 by 1 these things back when it's, you know, scattered all over the place. So yeah, I'll guess this is all of them. Seems like it is. Alright, so we're just gonna grab this thing and carefully place it in there. And then things are gonna get heat up and the iron will change into a nice liquid. And then we got our bar, whatever it's called. It's called a casting mold. Ah yeah, it is a mold. Just gonna place this mold right down there. And we got our smithing hammer. You know, tool rack would be very handy instead of just everything around in this area. So I guess it takes a while. Aha, you just saw it changed. And then should be a lot more easier to... Oh yeah, then you need to do this. It just depends how and what. I hope this thing won't explode. So now we got a beautiful bar. And you can place it right on there. And then we just grab this hammer, for so far I know. Smash it. Use with the anvil to create weapons and jewelry. The anvil with required resources. Okay, maybe. Alright. Maybe this. Oh wait, of course. You know, in order to get it into shape, you need to heat it up. So silly me. So now we can heat it up, right, like so. Then a certain moment, you won't see the color changing anymore, and then just pick it up with your hands, right? Just like so. Then we can. You need to smash on the anvil. And now we got like a gigantic, well, kind of a gigantic sword. Let me just see here. That is a gigantic sword. Okay. Well, that's very nice. And then with this thing, you know, we can just sell it for some nice precious money. So let's hope that the stock market. Ooh, it seems like I believe that is a thing I'm holding, but you know, let's just drop it like so. You know what, I'm just going to, you know, deal with it, and we got 88 bucks. With the bucks I have, I can actually buy a tool rack. 135 bucks. 1 tool rack, please. Got 57 bucks left. Now I'm going to need to start looking at other stuff. So here we have a mining helmet, which is very expensive though. And ooh, $42. Let me just buy one of these. You know, for example, I hope it will work. So if you just pick up something, you know, there's like a bar on it, and then it's like, oh snap, didn't work out. And I believe if you do this, now I cannot pick it up anymore. But I believe also if you do this again, now it's turned on. So that's a very handy system if you really want to have this. Get as much stock as possible. I'm just gonna place this thing out here and use this hole. So there is no way possible to lock this thing. Not the mouse button. Oh, I can also not pick it up. So that's a good thing. So now I can just put that tool on there. I can take this old shovel and take this hammer so its stuff is not just laying about. It has been a little while, and I've decided that I'm going to need to make this digging site a little bit bigger, because when I go in here kinda ish, I'm still, you know, facing the top layer of the dirt. So I'm going to need to make this a little bit larger. And like I said before, I'm going to need to have some stairways. It's a lot easier to get into, and I want to make it larger until here. That way. And then that should be large enough, because I believe at some point the ground really will go like straight down. And yeah, I got a lot of gold, a few certain pieces of iron, and I just found another one of these shards to fuel up some pressure tanks. Now the funniest thing is though, I found emeralds. So I believe before we had rubies and sapphires, and now we have emeralds. This is very nice. What I would like to do is make a necklace. But before doing anything, I don't want to go crazy again what I did before, and then stuff is just splattering all over the place. I believe you can just take a few certain nuggets and then just drop them in here. And that should already be fine. I'm just going to place this here. I don't know which is actually more expensive. Would it be a ruby, sapphire, or an emerald? Ah man, I have been playing RuneScape for a long while, way back in the days, and I'll guess the one with the least is the most expensive one. I'll guess. I mean, I got 4 of these green ones, 2 of the red ones, and 1 blue one. So, who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Oh boy. I like his wheels sometimes. I could actually need to pour it in like that. Pop it back in. That's a nice big bar. What I could do is just take 1 of each for myself and go up to the shop, lay them one by one onto the counter, and just see what is more expensive. $50. Oh. Got this blue one. 21. So I'm just gonna lay this here. I'm gonna go from left to the right as in more expensive or not. 21. But is it 21 for that size? So this one is the least worth. 7. Okay. Okay, this beautiful can go right on there. And it's supposed to be, I should actually, you know, drop the bars in here or onto there. So I guess I'm going to use this one and choose these, and then we're gonna see what is all worth it. How about, let's see. Oh snap. Okay, I'm excited for this. 213 bucks. Now, of course, you know, it would be nice to have the right amount of stuff going on, but I believe if you know, would bring a bed out here and just place it, go to sleep, then the stock market should have been changed. In this case, you know, just for now, let's just grab this stuff and let's buy a couple of pipes. Sure. How much? 93. I guess this helmet was very expensive. Alrighty then, we might need some more stuff, but here we go. Let's see if we can pick something up with this. Now, place with the left mouse button to get into the remote, rotate and place. Let me see. Oh, you hear this noise? over time this can be quite annoying. I also noticed that there is no, volume stuff for this game, which is, I'm just gonna say, very annoying. What I'm also thinking of, wouldn't it be just handy to buy a couple of these things and throw the gold straight in? Unless, of course, you want to have multiply bars for multiply things. I already had two of these, so let's just drop them onto each other. And I also believe you can buy like a kind of a weight-ish machine to see the value of certain items right down here instead of just have to walk all the way there each time. And boom, that is beautiful ruby necklace. And now we can just drop it in here, and if we start driving, it just stays in there. Okay, very good. I need to have two of these things, one for the bars and one for to melt stuff, and maybe even multiply. I'm going to have a whole damn factory out here. There we go. Alright, here comes the test. Let's just take one nice nugget. Let's just call these nuggets if they ain't called nuggets. It is taking a very long time. Maybe one nugget is just not going to work. It's a good test to see. How about two nuggets? Aha, two big nuggets will be a small one. Okay. But then I wonder, can you make something with a small bar? You definitely can, and then it's a lot smaller. Oh, that makes sense. Oh boy. Here we got our axe. So let's see how much money everything is worth. Okay. Okay, currently the axe is, of course, everything that I got. You know what, I'm just going to put it down if it's like low, and then next time when I got something that actually could do the job, then we will sell it. Maybe that will be a good idea. Now I wonder about this guy. See, that's the reason why you can keep stacking up gold and gold and gold, so the value of this thing can be super expensive and you don't have to haul ass with a lot of stuff. Ooh, $204. Oh. Nah. Also being a downer, so you know what, I'm just going to $22 and exactly a nice beautiful $100, and we got a total of $714. Ooh, almost $800. Very good. Now, of course, it is stuck, and yes, it could be unstuck, but if you press escape and then recall their vehicle, it should just drop you off like so. Beautiful. It is the next day for me, so my voice can sound different all of a sudden. As you can see, I have been making a platform down here just to get more things aligned together. I got now my parts, which I collect all the stuff and sort them right down here. I did make a little bit of money. I didn't make too much money, just to get a few pieces going. I got all the floors stuck to the ground with the building hammer, so I don't accidentally pick them up. And yeah, I like this little place down here. It is just big enough for the needs I'm going to need for this area down here. Now, I also bought a pickaxe, and with this pickaxe, you can just, dig, let me say this. You don't pick up anything. The reason why we want to have a pickaxe to just dig is because the deeper you go, the bigger the gold pieces. And I'm kind of tired of these tiny little pieces. I want to go for the big boys. But the problem I'm having right now is that the ground is very, busted and whatever, and it's very troublesome to just walk up and down. And as you can see, I cannot go even further without jumping. What I want to do right now is I want to take the vehicle and start exploring for another town, which they should have at least something for like a stairways or a ramp type of thing. And then I would like to buy a few more of these wooden pieces, connect this, up like this. And then, fix the stairs, just make this look a little bit more in a work situation. You would, and I would also like to dig this piece out. I'm still planning on to just go until here and just make a nice mining area out of this. I should have my cash somewhere. Very important to bring it with me. I had a few different rings, a few different rubies, emerald, that kind of stuff. And I made like 2,300 bucks. I had a lot of pieces. And that's why what I want to do for next time is keep collecting everything in these pans or these cooking molds, whatever, which you can straight away place in here. Because first I did a few separate bars, and then I tried to put these bars back into this pot, but they were way too big in order to just melt them together into a super bar, which will be worth super much money. So I had a few of these loose rings and just did them in the pot, hauled there, sold them. Nothing too much special though. So yeah, that is what I want to do for next time. So when you pick up a cooking pot with gold nuggets, if the game starts to lag a bit, that means there is enough in there. So I'm just going to do, but maybe I should do it like this. Okay, and then just, come on, let's get it done right down here. There's also something else I noticed from a touch, that when I'm in this vehicle, I saw this blue stuff here. This basically means that it's the fuel. So, fuel, right? Let me see if I can just fill this up, and then we filled it up with a touch of water. Okay, very good. I have to be, one thing I have to be real careful with is this vehicle doesn't stop in once. Don't hit any trees because it will go wrong. And apparently your vehicle can also start flying. And I got all my money in the back though. And strangely enough, this is already it. It's very silly though. It is smaller than you think. We have another one of these. Oh, here we can sell fish. Just the emeralds, just bars. So it is different, like from the other place. I thought it might be the same, but maybe different stock numbers. This is a very good thing too. So then we can just try to make a super gold bar, sell it here. Is there also anything else? Any other than just a nice looking little town down here? Might not be, but it's just fun to take a look around. And I'm glad we can partly drive through these light poles. There we go. Nice little road going on here. Oh boy, a bridge. I have to be careful. I'm gonna get stuck with this vehicle and my money in the back. And here's the other town already. I see a town there too. Ooh, I like this. This really reminds me of the DLC from Planet Zoo. The Arctic DLC. There we go. There's some stuff and things. And over here you can also sell this kind of stuff. Now I really wonder if there are different stock prices. So at some point I really would like to figure that out. If maybe here it is down while at the castle it's up, and this one at the top here is up and at the castle it's down. So here we have a lot of stuff. Okay, and here we have a lot of stuff. Alright, so here are Pop Rick's fancy furniture. We have a nice table, we have carpet, so we could just, we could even buy like one spot where we can build a house, or we can say when we're done mining the first spot, change it to a nice building area. The trophy, golden hat statues, throne, 14,000 bucks. Holy smokes. We have a safe. Now, of course, in this game, nothing gets stolen, but it's just, for fun, all of that. can put some bars in there. We have fish trophy, so we can fish and then just put them on there while they're still being alive. Oh, that's very nice for gems and stuff. You can just put it in here. So this is the first section. I believe this here is, you know, besides the scrapyard. Here you can put your stuff that you don't want anymore. So for example, I got plenty of buckets extra now. I can bring them down here and turn them into scraps, and then I don't really know what to do. Maybe we can sell those scraps. Press this button and it will change the bucket into scrap. That is what I think. Already getting dark. Jeez. Then down here we have tools and equipment. This is the part. It's gonna be very exciting for the future though. So we have Goliath drill, extend drill arm downwards, use more with better water pressure, get damage from unfiltered water. Drill. Okay, drill stuff. This is a ram drill also. Ram's top level dirt. Works faster with better water pressure. Damage from filter stuff. We got a harvester, break small chunks of dirt into resources. Bigger yield with better water pressure. Gets damage from unfiltered water. I believe you still need the bucket for this. You put sand in a bucket and then you empty the bucket on the top, and then, you know, it's getting cleaned up and it spits it out instead of you, you know, have to use this brush. It takes lesser clicks in order to get something. Take a shovel in the bucket, empty the bucket, put the bucket back at. And you don't need any water for this thing because it already has water itself. I mean, you don't need to use water for the bucket. Little confusing. So this thing is on scale. This very shows much at your own place. You put a bar on it and it will show a price, how much it's worth it. A saw cuts metal bars clean in half. Really? Magnet on a stick. And this is the thing which is very handy if you you know, spill your bucket all over the place. You can use this thing to get it all together again. More shovels. Map. Mining helmet. Conveyor shredder. Shreds dirt chunks into small pieces. Higher water pressure, improved speed. Well, if you got like these big ass chunks, make it smaller. Splitter. This is also something very handy in the future. You just drop the, you know, you empty your bucket in a, what is that, harvester? Yeah, you drop the bucket in there with the stuff. It spits out gold and iron and gems and whatever not. Then you can make it with these guys, conveyor belts. You can directly get it into here, I believe. I'm not sure. Maybe you need to first empty it on a conveyor belt, and this conveyor belt will bring it to this splitter, and then it takes one of these resources which you can see on here, it poops it out, and then the other stuff will continue to another splitter. And that's a very, very handy way of splitting stuff. What is this? Water filter. Water. Wait, what? Filters and convey water, decrease water pressure by 2%, takes damage. Okay. Pressure tank. Place a shot inside to increase your output water pressure by 25%. Ah, that's what it's used for. Reach pressure and conveys water, decrease water pressure by 1%. So, you know, there are a lot of things that decreases, and this increases it. Spanner repairs damaged ram drills, harvests Goliaths, and filters to the full health. So stuff can get broken down. Tool bag, which I'll just take. It is a bag full with these things. Can I just check it out? Yeah, just fill it up with those. And these cost 220. And loose ones 53. Oh man, it's dark already. Let's see, what do we have more? Housing. Can we use this bed? No, okay. Housing, so that means a bed. We saw a fishing pot, fishing pole, construction hammers, this is all the basic stuff. Aha, wooden stairs, 31 bucks. Tin sheet short ram, it's very nice, you know, stuff. Tables, large wooden foundation. Oh boy, look at these beauties. And then we have a large wooden floor, we have walls. I don't want to build a house just yet. I first would like to, you know, get a lot of money going, and then we can buy a new spot. Black paint buckets, blue, etc. Strange, there is no yellow or green, but it's okay. A paintbrush, attached roof ramps, a few pieces of that. A nice door that is not for sale. It's probably not even for this. A large wall with window. Large wall with window, but it's different. Yeah, this is a wider window. Oh, you can see it a little bit. I'm only missing out on a... Ah, here it is, a door. Okay, the other side is... strange that it's different colors then. Oh, maybe it will fit in. Alright, is there anything more? Then a graveyard. Nice little fishing area. Jeweler. So we have here also jeweler. If you know, you need to go to this town, but you also need to sell some stuff, you can just straight away do that right down here. Ooh, the vehicle section. So if we ever lose our truck, we have here one to buy for $5.50, which is not very expensive. And we have here like this gigantic monstrous monster. This one is 1,050. This will just dig, I know, and this is something I don't know. Oh man, this mining helmet, I just see the shadow right now, I don't have a body. It's freaking handy. I can see a lot more stuff. I got like 10 stairs in here. I also minded up that maybe 2 saves would be nice. Just one for the iron bars and one for the golden bars. And we're gonna drive back. Then I just need to buy a few of these wooden foundations. And then, yeah, let's start building. I just seen, by the way, that scrolling by into my screen. This is actually for my live streams through the week. I just noticed it. And I actually need to put it on this one. For the normal recordings, very good. Wakey wakey. Alright, after unloading a lot of stuff, I am ready to, you know, build this here. And I thought, you know, let's just do this with 2 of us. And, oh man, getting used to the keys is something. Sometimes you need to press E, and sometimes you need to press the mouse button. Okay, this will do. And I should not forget, get this hammer out. Just lock them. So, yep, I want to pick them up by accident. I hope I have enough, at least for this section down here. No, just have to be careful because at some point I cannot get out here. Which I'm thinking of, maybe it would be handy just to secure myself to get already a stash going. Even though, yeah, but just grab this one. Let's see if we can fix this up. For rotate, there we go. And then let's pick up another one and just do the same. I am enjoying this. I mean, there is a lot. Can I? Ooh, you can even use the scroll wheel to get it further and closer, which is a freaking nice thing. It is only a shame that things are not really gridded up. You can see that the building is facing that way instead of just, you know, straight with the sandbox, or the mud box in this case. Yeah, I'm gonna need to have a few more. Let's get the pickaxe out and just start digging for a bit. Makes it all so much more handier. I want to keep a little bit of ground near the house actually. Just so, you know, it looks a little bit better. You can always use the shovel to fill things back up again if it's like just too much. And of course, if you get in really stuck, you have this reset button, so it's not like you're impossible stuck in here. Like if I would fall right now. I see that this here is the line of the ground. Sooner or later we reach the depth in here. It is pretty dark though. Alright, so I'm gonna leave this chunk down here, you know, to kinda experiment on. You know, see what we're gonna get. So just dig out a little part here at the side, because it's enough stuff. So a little chunk here, you can see, dig out a nice part down here. And then we can take this block and create a little bit of a table for ourselves. A little table. There you go. Kinda is perfect. Yeah, one thing I would also like to do is we're just gonna go to the shop here, and I believe, if I'm not wrong, there should be light poles instead of just, you know, those lanterns. These things pretty nice. Yes. Oh boy, that's very nice. Okay. I'm just going to drop this here and then take the shovel. So now the magic should come, and I'm thinking of it. It might be very nice. Just grab a stash. So this is the whole point, right? So we grab something. I can always make it a little further, because I've been hearing, yes, the deeper your bucket will actually count as the bigger the nuggets. Look at that, big, beautiful. Look at that. This is a monstrous monster, compared with, well, I want to say all the other one, but look at this. It's just straight away like a whole bucket, which you can just find on the top. You know, at some point I'm going to need to have these things downstairs. For now though, let me just, a few buckets though. I think 2 would be nice, so one for the special emeralds and crystal shards, and one just for the iron and gold. I'm thinking of it, I should have actually bought like a scale. What's it called? Like to see what is the value of the stuff. Alright, so I got more pipes. Now it's just literally onto the ground, so let's just see if it really is true what people say. The deeper you go with the pan, also the better the nuggets. So far I still get some nice big ones. I wonder something, can I just get this one? No, you cannot do that with a bucket. It's a missed opportunity. I mean, sure, I understand it. You don't want to have this with all the buckets, but it would be nice if you can just not pick up the bucket. Come on, pick it up. There we go. Ooh, look at this, giant, beautiful. Oh boy. Okay, you know what? I'm going to melt this stuff down and make a nice ruby ring. Alright, it is molten. Here we got like a super duper bar out of it. And then we need to heat the bar. This time I didn't forget. You will slowly learn this kind of stuff. Let's drop this beautiful onto this thing. How I really notice it's not just flat, but really a ring piece. This thing, oh man, is worth hundreds and hundred thousands of dollars. Ooh, look at the ring price. 1,000 for one ring. Well, you know, to be honest, I'm not disappointed. When I had these 2,000 bucks, I had like 5 or 6 rings onto the table. So I guess it's very nice. Now, let me just do some experimenting here. 1,033 bucks. That was a short nap before. 9:30. Okay, I see what's going on. It just skips 5 minutes or something in the game. Okay. So it is really an overnight thing. I'll take it. We have made some good bucks from one little ring though. And you can imagine if you just, just spend 1 hour filling that golden bucket before you put it onto the forge, that yeah, at the end it just can be worth like 10k or something, or even more. It just depends on how much. Look at this, I am back on cash again. So in this case I am going to leave it with this. The next time when we start this series back up, I'll probably have digged out just a little bit, got a lot of gold ore, or better to say bars ready, and maybe some ore bars. We're just going to smith some stuff and then sell it. And what I would like to do then is trying to have a look at some of the advanced system, like those grinders, and see if we can connect stuff up. That thing's getting done a little bit more automatic. For now, let me know what you think of this game, and thanks for watching.